Background education. Well, education is actually sort of ongoing. I started out, left school, did an engineering degree, Bachelor of Electrical Engineering. Then worked for a few years as an engineer and decided I didn't want to do engineering. I wanted to be a filmmaker. So what did I do? Because I wanted to be a filmmaker, I started teaching electronics, which is probably isn't the right thing to do. So I was actually teaching electronics at TAFE. I worked as a computer engineer for a company called DataPoint. I then joined TAFE and did a graduate diploma in education. Because I was interested in media, I did a graduate diploma in communications. Then I did a facilitating and managing e-learning course. I've since done a couple of other courses, including a Master of Design Science at Sydney University. But it's something that evolves as you go on. You start in one direction and you don't necessarily continue in that direction. But all the education you've done helps you for where you're going. It's taken me here, teaching, one part of my life I'm teaching digital media at TAFE. I have done for a number of years, programming and design and web design and interactivity and gaming. And the other side is a web developer and producer in various roles sort of outside of TAFE as well, which actually, ironically, really supports the stuff I do in TAFE as well. I'm one of the directors of Toggle Media. The three directors, and I'd worked with both of them at different times on different projects, and we decided that we all had skills that were very complementary, and if we worked together we could probably always work together. Yeah, the three directors and I, or the other two directors and I, decided that our skills would help us. We could form a company and work on projects together, so we've done that, and we're currently working on a number of projects, one really big project and a lot of other small ones in the pipeline. Within Toggle Media, I work with a creative director, a strategy director, an HTML developer, Flash developer, a designer who's just gone to Germany, he's working remotely from Germany, another developer that's working from Tasmania, so we've got people working all over the place really, and we've got sort of other people, database developer working with us as well, and a project manager. Which one? Last year or the year before, I got a Premier's Teacher Scholarship, which was a scholarship that basically allowed me to travel around the world over 5 weeks and look at, in my case, mobile learning in different countries and attend a few conferences. So that was quite a buzz and pretty great thing to do. Boy, yeah, that's a hard one, and it's very important because the portfolio is really the most important thing you'll do. When we were employing people for Toggle Media, it wasn't based on their qualifications at all. It was purely based on their portfolio. I still have no idea what qualifications the people who work in Toggle Media have, but I know the sort of work that they do. And even then, having seen the portfolio, it's only after you're working with them that you can see whether they're appropriate for the role. But in terms of preparing a portfolio, I would collect absolutely everything that you do. And everything that you do as part of TAFE, or even outside of TAFE, as you're doing it, think, I can use this in my portfolio. Don't leave it as an afterthought and try and scrounge it, because that's what I always did. I've done so many things in my life where I haven't kept records, and I think, wow, it'd be good to show someone that. So I'd advise you to keep absolutely everything that you do, and think about it as you're doing it, that it's going to end up in your portfolio. Hardest lesson learnt. You can't do everything yourself, even though you might like to. I love doing things myself. I like having my fingers in all the pies and doing the programming and the design and the this and that. It's not possible. The hardest lesson was that I had to let other people who could actually devote all their time to doing it, and who were much better than me at doing it, to do it. So that's the hardest lesson. Don't try and do everything yourself, and work really well with other people. Get producing stuff as soon as possible. Learn to work with people. A lot of the subjects that you do are about people skills, not about technical skills. Technical skills can be learned on the job, but people skills are what the industry is actually looking for. So working with others. Thank you very much.